Hello, today we will be talking about bubble sort algorithm. Bubble sort is one of the most basic and simplest sorting algorithm. So let's look at how bubble sort works. So let's look at the definition of bubble sort. Bubble sort works by repeatedly comparing adjacent elements and swapping them if they do not come in order. So there are two things. One is adjacent element, that means neighbors neighbor element, and swapping them if they are out of order. That means what we will be doing compare and swap. These are two major operations in bubble sort. Now if we talk about ordering of elements, we will be taking ascending order. So we will make our elements and we will take an array as sorted if all the elements are in ascending order. That means if ith element is less than or equal to I plus 1th element. Now let's take an example and understand how bubble sort works, and after that we will look at its pseudocode, and after that we will look at its actual code. So if we have an example of 5, 1, 4, 2, 8, we will take two pointers, I pointing here and j pointing here. Now j will be compared with its adjacent element in the right direction, that being 1, and we say 5 is greater than 1, we see 5 is greater than 1, that means they are not in order, hence they are needed to be swapped, and once swapped it will come out as, now j becomes here and j plus 1 becomes here, I remains here only. Now again we see that 5 is greater than 4, hence they are needed to be swapped, so they are swapped again. Now j being here, j plus 1 is now this, and I remains here only. Now if we compare 5 with 2, we again see it is out of order, hence we will again make a swapping. Now j being here and j plus 1 being here, we compare 5 with 8, we found no, 8 is greater than 5, that means they are in order, and hence there is no requirement of swapping. Swapping is not required. Now this is end of one pass, or say iteration. In the end of each iteration in bubble sort, the largest or the smallest element will come out. Now this is our largest element, hence we will put it aside and we will again use bubble sort on the remaining array. The remaining array would be 1, 4, 2 and 5. Similarly, in the next turn 5 will come out, and in the next turn 4 will come out. After that 2 will come out, and then 1 will come out. Here we kind of saw that ith element is actually acting like the number of elements which have been processed so far. It is acting like a variable which is pointing towards total number of elements which have been processed, while jth element is used to loop over, or we say iterate over, or we say to make a pass over the array. Now, let us look at the actual code which is used to do the bubble sort. Here we have an array of elements. First, we calculate total length of the array, and then we will take ith pointer. This pointer will go from 0 till n minus 1, and then we will take another pointer, that is j. For each I, we will make a pass or an iteration from 0 to n minus I minus 1, and that is because each time ith element till ith elements array would have been processed. Hence, we will just be looking at the remaining part of the array, and here we see that we are comparing j with its adjacent element, and if we are finding it is out of order, which is that it is not less than or equal to, means it is greater than its adjacent element, then we are making a swap. In the manner, each time the largest element will be bubbled out. Right. Now let's look at the time complexity. As we look here, the outer loop is running for almost n minus 1 times, exactly n minus 1 times. And the inner loop is for each n minus 1 time, it is going for n minus I minus 1 times. That means it will be running like n times, then n minus 1 times, then n minus 2 times, then n minus 3 times, if we are generalizing it. And this being calculated as at n into n minus 1 divided by 2, that means complexity is n square. This is time complexity. The space complexity would be order of 1, that is constant, because we are not using any other variable apart from just using the pointers. Here, what if array is already sorted? In that case, sort in that case we might modify the algorithm to come up with an answer in O(n) time complexity, but that won't change our worst case time complexity, which will always remain O(n) square in case of bubble sort. Apart from that, bubble sort is stable sorting algorithm. This was bubble sort, one of the most basic and simplest sorting algorithm. Thank you.